Hey there guys and gals, it's me Nirex and welcome to a brand new video series. It's going to be about a project that I've been thinking about doing called NSL, or rather Nirex's storage library. So as you may have already guessed from the name, it's definitely a library, it's definitely for me, and it's going to do some storage for us. Okay, so what I mean by this is that it's going to be able to save and load data to and from the hard drive respectively. But what is the problem that this guy is going to be the solution for? Alright, there has to be a problem for it to be a solution for, right? There has to be one. So what is the problem? Well, we all know how to write and load, or rather write and read from the files, right? So write shit to file, read shit from file. We all know that, right? Writing and reading is basically just, putting something from the memory into the file, loading it back or reading it back from the hard drive into the RAM. That's basically all we're doing when we're writing and reading, all right? So that's basically all we're doing. We're writing to the hard drive and then we're taking it back to RAM. So that's all we're doing. But here's an issue. Let's say we want to create a save system with writing and reading, all right? And you want to save your kind of like maybe a game state, maybe a level in game. And you have 500 different classes. Maybe 200 of them are people. 100 of them are objects. And another 100 is game objects, like the state of how everything is, right? So 200 people, 100 objects, 100 game objects, and maybe 100 engine objects, right? Maybe cameras and all that good stuff. Engine objects. So you have 500 different classes. 200 of them are NPCs, all right? NPC people. So they're like, I don't know, enemies, friends, a whole bunch of people. We don't give a damn about them. 100 of them are objects. Maybe they're weapons, maybe they're batteries, or whatever the hell. So 100 objects. 100 are game objects, right? Things that maybe store how much progress you have had, or save the state of NPCs or whatever. So it's just kind of a weird relation with game objects and NPCs and whatever. And we have 100 engine objects, like cameras and, render targets and all that good stuff, right? So we have all this good stuff, all this bullshit. We want to create a save system. This is actually a class C is way off the chart. We want to create a system that can save this entire 500 classes without any mistake. All right? So that's just thing number one. Save everything. All right? So we want to be able to save everything. We want to be able to load everything back into the right place. What if right now I have 500 classes, then an update comes from the game comes from the game devs, and it adds one NPC. So now instead of 200 NPCs, I have 201 NPC. So if my saving and loading is not robust, it's gonna get messed up when this happens. All right, I saved 200 NPCs, but now there are 201 NPCs. What the hell am I going to do? So, yeah. So definitely it needs to be able to save everything, load everything. It needs to be robust. Alright, I'm going to create a library as presented to you in the beginning of the video, so you can actually use it in all your projects. Whatever project you have, you need to be able to use this. So it needs to be extendable. You want to use it in your Unreal Engine game, you should be able to. You want to use the principles in a in Unity engine, you should be able to. You want to do it for another completely different program that you're making, you should be able to. So it should be extendable, it should be robust, and it should be scalable. Same thing, scalable and extendable, pretty much the same. So I'm not just really going to write it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be cross-platform. The principles are the same. You can actually write the same thing or just change it a little bit for it to work on any other program. But I'm not going to go make it cross-platform just because I don't want to. extra headache for me. So yeah, it's going to be able to save everything, load everything. It's going to be able to be robust. So add 200 classes, it's going to still load. Remove a class, it's still going to load. Extendable. Now, something that's bad about this is that it's not reflective. So what I mean by this is, if you are a C# or Java expert, you know what reflection is, right? So C# or Java, they have just one single advantage over C++, which I don't really consider this an advantage. It's actually more like a disadvantage. But in places like here, reflection can come in very handy. All right, so C# and Java, they're reflective languages. What it means is that you can get the name of whatever class or whatever, what is right call, class or object there is inside your program in the runtime. All right, so you want to write, make a class named human in C#, and then there's Joe. Joe is a human. All right, so Joe is a human in this guy. Reflection allows you to see Joe during the runtime of the application. Now, it would help a lot with this system I'm trying to create, but right now, right here, it's not going to be able to do that. What I mean by that is that if you have 0 classes, all right, if during the course of your application classes begin getting made, or rather objects begin getting created, you can't really save the number of objects unless you put them in a special container called an n-vector. So it's not going to be reflective, but it's going to go there a little bit. All right, so we will be able to extend it somewhat towards that reflective part. It's not going to be that extendable in that case, but we're going to try our best to implement this n-vector class pretty goddamn good. And I didn't write it anywhere. I have none of these written on any piece of paper at all. I'm just thinking about it out loud, and this is basically what it's going to be all about. Me thinking out loud, creating a project without any prior knowledge, without anything. I've not done anything. And so that's basically all there is, right? And we're going to actually, in the next video, we're going to actually begin sorting all the bullshit that we need. So this video was just an introduction to what this project is going to be all about, the NSL project. Anyhow, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, do write them in the comments. If you like this video, leave a like, that would help a lot. And if you really enjoyed this, do subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Anyhow, that's it guys for this video. I will see you in the next one.